Okay, so we have already learned and been practicing adding and subtracting fractions with unlike denominators, but today we're going to add in adding and subtracting mixed numbers. Tomorrow or Monday, depending on how long things take us, we are going to continue working with mixed numbers, but just like with whole numbers, when we have to borrow and regroup when we subtract, sometimes you have to do that with fractions. So today it's simple, it's basic. We are going to learn also how to subtract fractions, which requires borrowing and regrouping. So that will be tomorrow more than likely. All right. You're going to notice that the steps are pretty much identical to what we have been doing with just regular fractions. It says at the very top, same steps for addition and subtraction. So step 1, if the denominators are unlike, then you need to find the LCM of each denominator. So you're going to list out the denominators and all of the multiples for each one. So I have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Here I have 5, 10, 15, and 20. And I'm able to see. So we can see that 20 is going to be what we use for the least common denominator. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite. This is like what goes in the very third box. So what we did is we did the second box to find our LCM, which is what we're going to use for the LCD. In the third box is where I rewrite my new fractions. So I have the 1/4 and I have the 4/5. I'm going to rewrite them now so that I have 20 as my common denominator. So what do I do to 4 that equals 20? I multiply 4 times 5. So I do the same thing to the top. 1 times 5 gives me 5. For 4/5, I've got to ask myself, how do I get from a denominator that was 5 to a denominator that is now 20? I multiply by 4 and do the same thing to the top. So 4 times 4 is a new numerator of 16. So my new fractions, because again, they're mixed numbers. My mixed numbers that I am now going to be subtracting after I rewrote my fraction portion is going to be 8 and 5/20 plus 2 and 16/20. So do y'all see how I went from 8 and 1/4 to this fraction and then 2 and 4/5 to this fraction? Okay, so now I can actually do my addition. So I'm going to focus on my fraction pieces here, 5 and 16. When I add those together, I get 21. The denominator stays the same. And then also my whole numbers. So 8 plus 2 is 10. Okay, well this, I would be done, except for the fact that what is wrong with my fraction portion of the mixed number? My fraction is improper. So I've got to fix the fraction piece of that mixed number. So I'm going to bring this down here and I'm going to decompose it. I'm going to break it down. When I break it down, I'm changing it into a mixed number. So I'm going to pull out 20/20. Why would I pull out 20/20? What does that equal to? 1 whole. Okay, I know that 20 can go into 21 one whole time. That's equal to 20/20. So how many 20ths then do I have left over? I have 1. I started with 21/20. If I pull out a whole, that's 20/20. I now have 1/20 left over. Okay, well, I still have this whole number here, the 8 plus the 2. So that 10 is going to just get brought down. Now, what do you think I do with those 2 whole numbers? The one that I pulled out, that whole number that I pulled out of my improper fraction, plus the 10. What do you think I do with those 2 numbers? I add those together. So my actual whole number and my final answer will be 11, and the fraction piece comes down. I add those 2 pieces together, and my final answer should be 11 and 1/20. So you're combining everything you know to solve one problem. You're combining information for changing improper fractions to mixed numbers. You're combining the information for adding fractions, changing to equivalent fractions. Everything you know, we're now combining into one thing when we start working with mixed numbers. Okay, subtracting is the exact same way. If I had a subtraction problem, I'm going to do the exact same way, except for instead of adding all of these numbers together, I'm going to be subtracting them all. Today, your practice isn't going to have any problems where you have to regroup and borrow. It's all very just straightforward. Okay, so if you have a subtraction one, it's going to just be a simple subtraction problem for today. Okay, you guys are going to get to work with a partner to get started. You only have about 10 minutes until we rotate.